This is the CZ600 Trail. It is CZ's bolt-action 223 Remington backpacking hunting trail gun. Now, this gun is, as far as I'm aware, using a near identical system to the other CZ600 line of rifles. The main difference is in the chassis, as you may obviously see. Now, you will get one magazine with it. Not this magazine. You will get this. Mine came with a Pro Mag AR-15 magazine, little 10 rounder or 5 rounder, I believe. Now, it will take any AR-15 magazine. So in Canada, we will be pinned to 5 unless we have the pistol mags, which this will take just fine. So 10 or 5 rounds in Canada. If you're in a free place, unlimited. Now, one thing to note, as you may see, this is painted so that it interfaces exactly with my Raven 5.56 magwell, which is near identical to the length of a magwell of an AR-15. Now, because of that, if you have painted mags, it's going to look a little funky. But if it's fine, if it works, it works. You don't have to buy new mags. That's a plus all on its own. Now, one thing to mention with this rifle, and you have to know right away, this handguard will take M-LOK slots on the 2 sides and on the bottom. However, I don't know if you can tell, but the barrel is quite close to the M-LOK slots. That means that you will not be able to use some accessories. Now, this Magpul MVG foregrip will not work on this because the screw is too long and will not properly mount. This little pick section that I have here just barely fits. So don't expect all of your M-LOK accessories to work, and it says it right in the manual. You will either need to buy specific products that have shortened screws or cut off the tip of one of your screws. There's not really anything else you can do. The handguard is made of aluminum, so it feels very premium. Obviously, this chassis is made of, I believe, aluminum. The stock here is made of polymer. Now, it takes any AR-15 pistol grip. This one is the Bren pistol grip, which is very comfortable to use. And there is a section of M-LOK at the bottom here. Now, this section of M-LOK will fit any M-LOK. It is deep enough and recessed enough. So if you have a Picatinny slot or a bipod that will not fit at the front, you can put it here. Now, the stock is a wire stock. It has, you can see here, hopefully, 1, 2, 3, and it's currently in the 4th position. To put it into the positions, you simply press this button and move it forward. Now, it will not move further forward on the 2 middle ones, but it will still pull back without needing to press the button. So it's not fully locked into place, which may be a bit annoying to some, but when it's fully collapsed, almost there, it is fully locked into place and it will not come out. Now, as it is configured, I'll talk about this later, as it is configured here, it is between 690, it's 690 millimeters as configured here. When fully extended, it is 890 millimeters, and I'll put on screen other units of measurement. Now, it is a 16-inch barrel, but this is also very important. This thread is not a 1/2 by 28. It is also not 5/8 by 24. It is what is it, M15 by 1. So none of my accessories will fit on this. You kind of can thread 1/2 by 28 on here, but it's not stable. It's wiggling around, and you really don't want to fuck with the threads. So if you're in North America, that's going to be annoying. Even if you're in the US and you're trying to find a suppressor, that's going to be more difficult, and it will not work with many of your suppressors that you already have. So that is probably the biggest con about the rifle, is the thread pitch. Very strange, and I get in Europe why it might be like that if that's a common thread pitch, but in North America this really should have been changed, even to 5/8 by 24, if they didn't want to set up 2 different thread pitching stations. Now this rifle is also available in 7.62 by 39. I have not seen it in that caliber in Canada. I know it technically exists. I also believe there were plans to have the other calibers, but something, and I believe Military Arms Channel did an explanation on what went wrong, but basically there are no more calibers other than 223 and 7.62 by 39. So if you want a full explanation about 300 Blackout or any of the other ones that would be really good with suppressors, you're going to have to go watch Military Arms Channel. Now finally, in terms of the controls, you have mag release on both sides, and you have an AR-15 style selector switch on both sides. Now, one nice thing about this rifle is while it's on safe, the bolt will not go up. So if you want to be doubly, triply sure that your rifle is not going to fire or even chamber, you can keep it like that. Now flip it off, up, and back. It is a very nice bolt, just from me lubing it up and then sticking it back in. It's very smooth. It is very nice to use. Very much like that. Now, there are 4 settings on the trigger guard here. I will put them up on screen now. I believe it is a weight measurement, and I'll put up on screen what each of the dots mean. I have it on the lightest setting, and it is a 2-stage trigger. Now, I will pause, take the chassis apart, and show you how this all goes together. And this is the easy take down. It is 2 screws, one at the back that goes here, one at the front that goes in here. You can see 1, 2. Very easy to take off. It is a star, a security screw. If you want to take the handguard off, all you have to do is take out these 3 security screws and slide it off. There is a little indent point right here that allows you to make sure the handguard is on the right angle every single time. It's a very simple chassis system, and for the safety selector, you can see it interfacing this piece here, and it interfaces with this little hook right here. And that is basically the whole thing. It's a very simple chassis system. I'll put it back together and finish out the video. Alright, and the last thing to mention is the bolt. How do you take it out? Well, make sure it's on fire, flick it up, pull it back, and depress this lever right here, and the bolt just slides out. It's a very, very simple process, and as well, this is your indicator if the gun is cocked or not. When you release the firing pin, this will dip back down, and it will indicate that the gun is not ready to operate. Now, where is this. Slide it back in. There you go. Now, I will be, like I did with the BCL, I'll be doing two things. I will shoot this with a scope as you might take it out on a trail, and I will be using two kinds of ammo. I'll just be using standard 55 grain ammo, and then I will also be using a medium game hunting round, and I'll do some accuracy testing on that, because that is very likely what you'll be using this for. Now, the other one will be just a red dot. I would love to put a vertical foregrip on it, but I can't with the spacing. So it will just be a red dot, and I'll see if this is a rifle you could use for some unknown reason in any kind of shooting competition. Maybe you want to have a bolt action rifle scoring category. Who knows? I'll test that out too. Now, that is it for this rifle. If all you came for is the overview of this rifle, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will put out the review of it sometime in the next couple of weeks. Now, rest of this video is just going to be a channel update. So, I went to Calgary, I have an apartment, everything is secured. So the problem for me is that my move-in date is not until mid-September, and my schooling starts at the beginning of September. So the month of September is going to be the hectic one instead of August, which is what I originally thought it would be. So that means I can review this, and I will have the video out in the month of August. But anything for September is now up in the air. I will try and save some of the videos, like the Type 54 video and a couple of shorts and things like that for September. But there is a chance that September will only have a couple of videos, and maybe both of them are shorts, maybe one long form video. I can't guarantee anything. But the move to Calgary is happening. I will find a range. I will try and get into the Buffalo target shooting range. I'll go to their matches and try and get a sponsor for a membership. But overall, still a positive development, and the channel shouldn't see too much of a drop off, just a little bit of one, and a month later than what was expected. As well as a politics update, if you want some more information on what happened with the public safety minister swap, go to Caliber Mag's YouTube channel. He did two videos, one the day before the cabinet shuffle and one the day after, or the day of. That'll give you a good understanding of what is going on and how this could impact us. If you want a really, really short version, it's more good for us than bad, but it's still in the bad category because it's still a Liberal minister. Dominic LeBlanc, the new public safety minister, is there for the China interference stuff, not for the gun stuff, which means his focus might not be on guns at all. C-21 isn't even in his hands anymore. That's in the Senate. So there's a chance that the ordering councils that were supposed to come this summer are now indefinitely delayed, but not canceled. More gun bans are never canceled with the Liberal Party. So if you want to go out and buy something, maybe now is the time to do it. But, you know, your money. If you want to potentially have a paperweight, that's up to you. So, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Comment any questions you may have. And subscribe. Oh, so very close to 1,000 subscribers, so I can start to make this more sustainable. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.